What's going on? So this is a cargo bay. We went from here. Oh, huh, interesting. I don't think I ever discovered this place before either. But once again, now that you are going to use this anyway, because everything is instant kill right now. It's like an instant match in Unreal Tournament. Okay, so what if I try to open it? Yep. As expected. Nothing happens. So let's go down here. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we're back here. Since gravity is failing, now we can get back up fairly easily. Okay, well, there's a ledge there. Might be able to climb up there. Yes, I can. But it's locked. Oh, wait, there's a ledge on the other side, too. No! Ah. Yeah, now these vats do make more sense, because you can actually get out of them with the low gravity. Okay, let's jump here.
800,000 kilometers from star FG-708. Course correction impossible. All personnel abandon ship.
Working on it. Working on it. Huh. Hi.
We gotta get by. The escape pods are back there.
Where?
I know. How are we gonna get by? I don't know. That's the last time I follow you.
Hi there. Sorry. Okay, I can get on the second level fairly easily. But do I want to? I probably do. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. You're supposed to go up. No! Get up. Yes. Oh. Huh. Stations for both health and shields. Once again, it's not something you would need.
Gravity engine failing. Inertial dampers offline. Automatic compensation engaged. Expect disorientation.
That does not sound good. Okay, and what's here? Oh, okay. Whee! Let's sail again. Oh. Whoa. Okay.
Hello? Executive Officer in
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So what are these? These are not escape pods? Security. Oh! Hi there! I'm not going to let you out. Sorry, buddy.
500,000 kilometers from star FG-708. External temperature exceeds shield capacity. Shield failure.
Welp.
Don't leave me! You gotta get me out!
Oh. Hi there. I cannot get you out. Good thing I have a power armor, which helps keep everything in one place and not overheated. Right, so let's see where those escape pods are. No.
Temperature critical. 30 seconds to total structural failure.
Uh-oh. I need to get into the escape pods, and
20 seconds to structural failure.
and I see one green light there. Let's try and get to it. Come on, come on.
To failure. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Structural failure.
Well, that was close. Yeah, I never got the escape pods that close. I usually had like 10 seconds left. Huh. Let's see the rest of the burst transmission.
But you'll know the truth. Here, Bon and Isaac want to talk with you too.
Greetings, Marshal. I am saluting you yet again. You are many good men. Despite who I am, you shared with me the danger and the dignity of a meaningful task. You have given me my life. So, if I die, it is only right that I have given you mine.
Huh.
I'm scared, but I'm not scared. I'm ready for this. You had faith in me, John, and I'm grateful. If you make it and I don't, go to the O Club back in Quantico. Buy a round for the house and have one last drink for me.
This is no suicide mission, John, but I won't abandon you. We're gonna fight like hell and try to hold on till we can pick you up. Then we'll all boost out of here together and figure out what to do next. If we don't make it, well, at least you might get to the artifacts before Hawkins. You were right about Tycho, John. Sometimes the few have to give their lives for the many. You were right about something else, too. You said I had to choose who to trust. I choose you. Goodbye.
So that somehow broke, because the dialogue was supposed to be playing during the scene when he was flying, and not during the credits. But oh well, it works too. Alright, so the credit sequence is super nice looking. And also like the Tosc glyphs becoming letters, that's really cool. And all kinds of effects. I really like this. Just like the intro, which is pretty nice looking as well. So this is the end of Unreal 2, The Awakening. Well, credits, I guess, mean that I should give my thoughts on the game. So, starting with the gameplay, I guess. One thing that I kinda like about Unreal 2 is the variety of weapons. They're really not all that similar to the things that you get in Unreal Tournament. Also, Epic Games staff. Lots of names that I recognize. Warren Marshall, Steve Folge, Joe Wilcox, Tim Sweeney. And also 2 dashes. I wonder if this is Atari? Because like I said, in the Anthology edition, which was published by Midway somehow managed to delete all the traces of Atari. I don't know why, but okay. I'm not complaining. So yeah, so the weapons in this game I found to be pretty nice. They're different from the ones in Unreal and Unreal Tournament. And I don't think that's a bad thing. They're more grounded in reality, I guess, but I really would wish that some of them would return in Unreal Tournament. And especially the Singularity Cannon. If you right-click on, well, you try to use the Altfire for the Singularity Cannon, it doesn't actually do anything. But it was supposed to do something. There is something in the code of the Singularity Cannon that hints toward there being something called a quantum wave. And it's hard to tell what that was supposed to be, but there are sounds for it. There's a bit of, like, some textures for it. So obviously there was supposed to be something with it, but it's not obvious what. And yeah, so the Singularity Cannon would be a perfect super weapon in one of the Unreal Tournaments. So it's too bad that it never really returned, and it doesn't look like it would return in Unreal Tournament 4 by default either, but maybe, if someone gets to port that, maybe it will become, at some point, a mod or something. So yes, what else about the gameplay? Mantling is cool. Mantling did actually return in Unreal Tournament 4, so that's cool. And proning, interesting, but not all that. Well, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, really. And what else? Well, the gameplay otherwise is fairly straightforward. Just just the regular things. Actually, if I press credits, does it... Okay, there's an alternate version of credits that just shows things here. Yeah, so the gameplay is otherwise pretty similar to the first Unreal. It's standard first-person shooter, so fairly okay. About the story, a lot of people were a bit underwhelmed by that. Some, of course, are saying that, well, it has very little to do with the first Unreal, and of course that's true. The main thing that ties the both games together is the scar. But then, when you look at the whole universe, Unreal 2 really just adds to the universe a lot more than the first Unreal did. Well, the first Unreal introduced the scar, which was nice, and gave quite a bit of backstory to it. But the all the different corporations, they originated in Unreal 2, which is very cool. And the later Unreal Tournament games really sourced more from Unreal 2 than they did from the first Unreal. And that's why I really don't think that it's bad that the second Unreal didn't have that many ties to the first one, because it really expanded more on the universe itself, and I appreciate that. And, well, some other people say that the story was kind of predictable, which, I don't know, it kind of depends on the person. For me, at least when I played the game for the first time, it really wasn't that predictable. Yeah. So I guess that's all that I wanted to cover for the story. Well, there was some interesting character development, and we get to know more about all of those characters that we were involved in. Not to a degree that I perhaps would have liked, but still, it was nice to have character development sessions in the Atlantis between all the different missions, also as a way to get a sort of a breather. The dialogue system is pretty cool. It works actually pretty similarly to how it works in Mass Effect. Once again, quite some similarities. And, yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I want to cover about that, so let's go to the video. The ending sequence is very beautiful, and also the sequences when you go land or go back from the planet to the ship, those were really nice. The overworld of Hell is super neat, and in general some of the graphics choices are really cool, because that's one of the things that even in Unreal Tournament 4 they tried to kind of capture, in that the environments need to look pretty, but they don't need to look distracting. And at least I feel that in Unreal 2, as well as in Unreal 2004, they kind of captured pretty much the best trade-off between those. In Unreal Tournament 3, it was a lot of details everywhere, and a lot of details that wouldn't actually exist in real life. And I feel like the detail level in Unreal 2 is really quite hitting the spot there. And also things like dynamic shadows, pretty nice. Yeah, and the particle system is superb, like you can see here. For example, these things that you see flying by were created by particle salamanders. These things flying by on the sides also. And also in the intro you can see all the different kind of planet motifs that we went through. Like this is Acheron, obviously. There are Drac parts, some Tosc parts and whatnot. So it blends in everything together fairly nicely in the end. So yes, graphics, amazing, especially for the time. Again, this game was created in 2002, and yet even to this day it gives some games run for their money. The audio, well, some of the tracks are really nice. The intro track is pretty cool too. My favorite is Sulfuron, and I know many other people agree with that. I'm not sure if you could say that it's like perfect, but the orchestral, well, the move to orchestral from techno music from the first Unreal I think does work pretty well. And another interesting thing about the music in this game, for one, there are some unused tracks in the game, and I'll try to cover them in later videos. Some of them are actually pretty interesting and nice to listen to. And another thing is the person who worked on the music in this game. Actually, a lot of them later moved on to work on Mass Effect, which is also very interesting. Right, so that covers the music, I suppose. And, well, let's wrap everything up. So, overall, I would think that Unreal 2 is, for me, just as good as the first Unreal. A lot of people disagree, but, well, they can go eat a ham or something. And even though, for what it is, I like it even more for what it could have been if Atari had not said to Legend to release the game in a half-finished state. If we were to see the Shine worlds get to fight with the Striders and with the N, and all of those other different things, got even more weapons, I think it would have been an even better game. And also, if we had a multiplayer component. There is a sort of unfinished multiplayer component to this game, and there was also Unreal 2 XMP, which I will cover later. They're pretty good, but they could have been even better. So yes, what else do I want to cover? The bugs in this game? It's interesting how I managed to actually break the game several times, most notably in Nakoja-Bad by going to places where we're not supposed to be going. So that was pretty funny. It's like more of a glitch than an actual bug that prevents from going anywhere. And there weren't really that many bugs. There were just issues with setup. If you don't do everything correctly, then there are bugs that stem from the operating system rather than the game itself. So yes, those were my thoughts on the game. And of course, the question is where we'll go from here. Unreal 2 is not finished yet. I will still have a few videos covering all the different aspects of it. So first, I'll have a video covering the extra technology in the game that was way ahead of the time and that you can still use to this day to create single-player games. The framework here is actually really cool. Another video I'll also make covering the things that were cut from the game, but that still have traces of them left in the game files themselves. Then I will cover Unreal 2 XMP, probably in kind of a tutorial fashion. And I will also have a video dedicated to the DLC of this game, called Solaris Base. It's really a DLC, even though at the time, again 2003, there was no such term. But yeah, it's a free level set, or a level, for the game created by the some of the employees of Legend Entertainment, most notably Matthias Wirth. So we'll cover that too. So, even though the game is over now, the project is still not yet over, and we still have some things to go through. So, I will see you all then. Later.